What up? What up? What up? Strictly Podcast, man. This is episode number 144. Should we do something crazy for 150? That might be too close to Christmas time or New Year's or something, but whatever. My name is Randy Little. Y'all gonna catch me inner monologuing outerly. That's what I do. We've been gone for a month. Life happens. Hey, bro, I was ready to roll, but my dogs could not. So I wasn't gonna bore you guys without guys to bounce off of. Feel me? So we got a month's worth of news to catch up on. And again, life happens. This episode is just me and Rocket, but we chop it up. We cover a lot. And I mess with him at the top. So if you saw any of the posts talking about what this episode is about, it kind of negates messing with y'all. But I messed with him. So we doing the fourth quarter preview. Next week is October, November, December. We close out the year talking about what we looking forward to, what we not looking forward to. Conversing on the upcoming 3-month slate of movie releases. That's how we do. Before I jump into recent releases physically and theatrically, I want to say that I appreciate y'all every so often, whether you watching on YouTube, whether you on some Apple Podcasts, some Good Pods, Spotify, Google Podcasts, whatever. I appreciate that shit. Ever since we've been on Podbean, I have noticed different countries. I never expected to hear my voice to that have listened. Like it's crazy to me. So give us a rating. It's anywhere between 5 and 1, whatever the scale is, wherever you listening. It's all love. I'm dead ass. If you don't like the episode, 1 star is fine. Feedback is feedback. But recently in a theater, let me see, what should have been 2 weeks ago. I'm not doing a whole month, damn that. Let's say the 20th of September, we got Transformers 1 review on my Randy Little YouTube page. Mess with me, Letterboxd as well. And then Never Let Go with Halle Berry also came out that weekend. This current weekend that we are recording, we got The Wild Robot. And we also got Megalopolis from Francis Ford Coppola. I watched and reviewed The Wild Robot. I recommend it. Theater didn't get Megalopolis, wouldn't have watched it if it did. And then telling y'all what's coming out kind of doesn't it negate the purpose of doing the quarterly preview? But whatever. Joker, Foley, Adieu. I know I mispronounced that. I am not French. That comes out next weekend. And then Saturday night, the Jason Reitman directed movie about the first episode of Saturday Night Live also comes out on the 11th of October. On the physical medias, let's take it back to the 17th of September. We got Reacher Season 2. I think that was all I got. The Long Good Friday got a Criterion. Top Cat, the complete series from Warner Archive. Paramount Presents put Bringing Out the Dead out on 4K. I would appreciate it if they put it out on Blu-ray. The Crown, the complete series, looks like it came out this past Tuesday. Longlegs came out. Bad Boys Ride or Die came out. Friends, the complete series, came out on 4K. Despicable Me 4 came out. Not sure what Happiness is, but that looks like that got a Criterion. Where are we at? This upcoming Tuesday. Oh yeah, Young Sheldon, the complete series, came out this past Tuesday. because Warner Brothers is harassing us with Blu-rays in these DVD-sized packages. It's annoying and it's super lame. But they were, like, as much as I'd be bagging on Warner Brothers, they were dope enough to put out the Young Sheldon seasons individually that didn't get their own Blu-ray. MOD, I'm sure, because mine just shipped. Let's go to this upcoming Tuesday, October the 1st. Shout out Old Man Lawrence. October the 1st, again, Warner Brothers is putting out The West Wing on Blu-ray, the complete series. Most likely in digital video disc packaging. Jackasses. And then the Tuesday before we record again, which will be the 8th, it's a mildly interesting Tuesday. I will purchase Maxine, A Quiet Place Day 1, and Kinds of Kindness. I see a Friday Night Lights 4K. I see Robot Dreams. I see a Sleepy Hollow 4K Steelbook. Late Night with the Devil. Las Vegas, the complete series. Is that a Halloween sequel trilogy? Harold and the Purple Crayon. We gonna say that that's it for the 8th of October. What y'all adding to the collection? Like, I don't really ask y'all that. Like, I'll be telling y'all, I'll be giving y'all my 2 cents. I'm gonna add this to my shit. What are you guys adding every Tuesday? I'm genuinely curious. But we be back. Me and Rocket. Probably bore y'all to sleep. It is Rec League. Hey, we back. Took a month off. Not my fault. Not my fault. If you listening, if you watching, real life happens, and I'm not about to be on here riding solo, boring the fuck out of y'all, just drunk rambling about some movies. And life is still happening to the other two that y'all usually see in here. But y'all know who I am. We got the Raccoon Man, Rocket, loyal to the soil, live from Minnesota. It's Saturday night. What's up, man?
What's up, bro? What's up?
So we would like to formally welcome y'all to the Friends 30th anniversary podcast episode. What you think about Friends, Rocket? We got 10 seasons to cover.
Bro, it's funny. At first, because I would watch it here and there. Like, I wasn't huge into it. And then my wife would throw it on every night, on, I think, Nickelodeon. And we would watch it, before bed. And then you get into it. And then we got the Blu-ray set and just started watching. I mean,
y'all get the 4K that just came out.
One of the, I know. Nah, it's crazy because, like, it's funny. That show has probably some of the best writing for a TV comedy. I mean, it lasted 10 seasons.
Respectfully, I love Friends. My second favorite sitcom ever. But I was just fucking with you. That's not what we talking about.
Oh, no. I think, to be honest with you, though, when it comes to Friends, though, that's one of the best, I think, comedy shows around.
It's like I said, it's my number 2 behind Seinfeld.
So that's another one. I think those in that era too, because they were pretty close to each other in a sense. I just think that it's funny because I remember when certain TV shows, it was, Thursday night was ER night. It was ER for Thursday night. You got to watch that. Now there's so many shows, and I mean, even prior to streaming, I think. In the past, you had your TV stars, and then you had your movie stars. And ever since movie stars made that transition to TV shows...
Thanks a lot, George Clooney.
Yep. And the TV shows have been way better, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So, on a serious tip, first thing I want to talk about, because we got a whole month to cover and the fourth quarter preview.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to the legend. Most iconic voice in all of Hollywood. We lost James Earl Jones within the past month. Darth Vader. Simba. Sandlot. Jack Ryan. Coming to America. I mean, he been in some shit. Field of Dreams. Conan. What's your favorite James Earl Jones memories?
My first time ever seeing James Earl Jones was when he played Doom in Conan. That was the first time ever.
You old, I believe it.
I was like, I remember watching it because my parents wouldn't let me watch Conan. It was R-rated, has some scenes.
Way to go,
so
buddy.
I remember like one late night, nobody was home, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. So then I ended up watching it, and that was my first introduction to James Earl Jones. So that's where I remember him. Then after that, it was Darth Vader, of course, Darth Vader. But it's funny because Darth Vader he played Darth Vader first before
Conan.
Playing Conan. But you never saw, obviously, as Darth Vader, you don't see his face. You just know the voice.
Yep.
And that's when I recognized the voice.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That was the first time, like, I actually seen him. You know what I mean? So...
And like he gave Disney permission he's the only voice that will ever be Darth Vader. I mean, as iconic as that character is, that's pretty dope. I'm not mad at that.
No, me neither. And it's kind of cool how that, he did that in a sense because this whole, look what the last actor strike and the writer strike, it's about AI and all that. That's AI.
Because they would have done it anyway.
Yeah, true. But it's going to be cool how that works and how they're going to make that sound and all that. But it's the guy's, I mean, like I said, iconic, a legend. I mean, he can't be replaced. Like, nobody could ever replace.
They better put a tribute on this fucking Mufasa movie that's coming out.
Yeah. Also, like, that's going to be interesting, that Mufasa movie, because...
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I remember when we'll say that for later.
We'll get to that.
We'll say it for later.
Yeah, man, legend. Like, it sucks he's gone, but he lived a long, iconic, legendary life. I got a couple, like, headlines we could cover, but so many trailers dropped. I want to talk about those more.
Yeah.
So, Wolfman teaser.
Interesting.
Right? Like, enough to, convince me I was going to watch it anyway.
Yeah, interesting. Because is this supposed to be part of that whole Dark Monsters universe thing?
I think Universal figured out what Warner Brothers can't accept. Not every movie has to be interconnected. They're doing their Universal movies. They're doing their Universal Monsters movies, but I don't think Wolfman is going to connect to Invisible Man. Invisible Man ain't got shit to do with Renfield, ain't got shit to do with Abigail. Nope. They're all their own thing, but they're just loosely related. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the fun thing is I remember that the Dark Monster universe, this and that, they had that.
They tried.
Remember that picture where they had Johnny Depp, Tom Cruise, the Mummy, and all that.
They tried.
They tried, and yet.
But no, take it back a little bit further, bro. Dracula Untold is really like the Green Lantern first attempt pump fake at doing the shared universe.
Yeah. I can see that. I definitely see
that. They
tried.
tried.
And you know what the funny thing is? The way that movie concluded, it concluded in present time.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a lot more interesting if they would have continued with that storyline. And it's
we're civilians. You know what I'm saying? We're in the stands. We're just watching. We're observers. Motherfuckers act like Marvel just like cracked the code. What Universal, Paramount, Warner Brothers, Columbia, all these fucking studios don't realize is Marvel had hiccups. Like, not everybody likes the Incredible Hulk. Not everybody likes the original Thor, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World. But they held their ground and stuck to the plan. You push through the speed bumps, and then you get to the Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Infinity War. You get to those great movies because you push through the speed bumps. If they would have pushed through Dracula Untold, Tom Cruise Mummy, they could have interconnected some dope shit into some great movies.
Yep.
And now Warner Brothers is only giving us Godzilla vs. Kong movies. Let's not world build and to bring up other characters. Let's just use these two tentpoles and make average movies.
I agree. And also, how many times have you seen a franchise where, say, it's a trilogy? The first movie, fantastic. The second movie was but then the third movie, you're like, okay. Obviously, the second movie was a setup for the third, but yet you still may not like the second movie, but now you grow to appreciate it because you see how it connected it to the third movie. I think that could have been the way they could have gone about this instead of just like with the Mummy. Yes, okay, I get it. Wasn't the greatest,
Yeah.
but like you said, do it. Look, you introduced Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll in this. Maybe you do his movie next.
Yeah.
And see how that goes.
And bring and Tom Cruise's mummy could appear.
Yeah, exactly.
Am I tripping, or Tom Cruise was the mummy at the end of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom Cruise, yeah. I mean, but that's what I'm saying is like, it's just because one movie's bad, okay. If you got the guts to announce this whole universe,
bro,
I'm not saying see it through, but at least try step 1 and step 2 before you pull the plug on step 1.
It's like Tom Cruise saw the opening weekend results, nah, this is dog shit. I'm out. I'm going back to Paramount. I only work on hits.
It's funny because DC had a TV show, Swamp Thing, which I thought was solid.
And they didn't they cancel that shit opening week?
They canceled it before the first episode aired.
Right.
I'm like, what are you talking about? And that was a solid show.
I love Swamp Thing.
I love that. See, I'm interested what James is gonna do with that character, because that character could be.
I'm pretty sure James Mangold is confirmed to direct.
Yeah,
that's all I know. Though
that could be kind of like a horror movie type deal there. I can see that for sure.
All right. I wonder if I wrote these in order? Thunderbolts trailer. Did you see that?
Yeah. It's fun.
What you think about Marvel's Suicide Squad?
It's.
Is it not? Again, and to piggyback off my last point, you do your villains at the forefront of the movie in your 35th movie, not your fucking third.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean,
exerted all my energy.
Like Thunderbolts, I will say this: this next phase, I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say I'm excited. I'm more intrigued because it's now a new phase. Because usually it'd be like an Avengers movie ended a phase and then here's the new phase. Now that hasn't happened since Endgame.
It's so dumb.
And it's a phase started, and it seemed like to be honest with you, after Endgame, what was that phase? I can't remember the phase it was.
Endgame was phase 3.
Yeah. When they start, Marvel has been all over the place with some hits.
Oh my gosh.
With some hits.
That's crazy though. 3 phases in 11 years. We've had 3 phases in 5 years. What are we doing? And the recipe to it was character. You built the character relationships with Avengers movies. Now we have all these new characters who are just going to come together in Doomsday and don't know each other.
Yep. I just don't. I don't get it. But also, you try to build what I'm guessing is the Young Avengers, okay? But I feel like the pandemic hit, all this other stuff. I understand that. I get all that. But still, it should be quality over quantity.
Yes.
But also, remember there was a changing of the guard, where Iger leaves, Chapek, and people. I mean, it's been reported he was more of a quantity over quality. Let's just spit these things out. So, I mean, hopefully now we get them cutting back. We get some more good stuff coming out from Marvel, and now the good thing about that is that they've earned our trust. Yes, they had a bad gap.
You're coming in at kind of a low point.
Trust back. Yeah, so I mean, rather than they were bad from the get-go.
Yeah.
It's there. Let's just see how it goes. So with Thunderbolts, I like the trailer. It looked like fun.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued about
that's what I'm
it.
saying. I really like the Winter Soldier vibes in the Brave New World trailer, and I really like this Thunderbolts trailer. So like,
Yes.
I'm in the minority. I really like the Marvels. I'm giving Ryan Reynolds, maybe Sean Levy, a little bit of credit for Deadpool. I'm not giving that to Feige or Disney.
I agree.
If these two trailers, if Brave New World and Thunderbolts trailers, movies deliver on those good ass trailers, Marvel's back.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Because I'll be honest with you right now, don't think Deadpool Wolverine did. That's prior to Marvel, that deal with Fox and all that. Deadpool and Deadpool 2 were the two highest earning rated R movies in the history of movies, of cinema.
Yeah.
So the only thing you just basically did was slap on the Marvel name on it now, and it now,
Billion.
I just think pretty much Sean Levy, Ryan Reynolds, that franchise, that it's them. It's them. You could have put, the Rugby podcast show on there as part of, presents Deadpool Wolverine, and
I ain't got that kind of money.
Yeah, I get that. but at the end of the day is anybody could have slapped the name on it, presents Deadpool, and that it would have made what it made. That's I think you got to attribute that to Ryan Reynolds or Sean Lee.
You got to attribute that shit to Hugh Jackman. Motherfuckers have wanted Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds in a movie together as a I'm sorry for Origins 1, and as soon as they said comic accurate suit, everybody was buying a ticket.
Absolutely, and people have been wanting that forever. And at one point in time, Hugh Jackman, I don't even know what movie he was promoting at the time, said he would love to be part of the MCU, and this was way before it, Old Man Logan or anything like that. That was way before. I think he might have been doing like Apocalypse or something like that. And
I want to say it was Days of Future Past. I'm probably wrong.
Which one?
Days of Future Past.
Maybe that could have been it, because I knew it was one of those X-Men movies.
Because he was just he did that Weapon X cameo in Logan. In Apocalypse. He wasn't really in Apocalypse. Feel me?
In Apocalypse, yeah. But I mean, he's been wanting to be part of the MCU.
Days of Future Past holds up. It's good as any MCU movie you want to throw out there, though.
I agree with that. But also,
Deadpool
and Deadpool 2 were just below the billion. I think the first one made over 700 million plus. The second one made, I think, 50 million more than the first one. So and now you add Hugh Jackman, that puts it over the top.
Hell yeah. And then it's I can't wait to see in what capacity one of these Avengers movies brings them back, or both of these Avengers movies brings them back.
I mean, Secret Wars, I think he's going to be in. I mean, a lot of characters are coming back in Secret Wars. I will tell you that right now.
Gotta be.
So, but like you were saying with the Thunderbolts, trailer. What do I think? Like I said, I'm intrigued. Same thing with Brave New World with Captain America. I love Anthony Mackie and all that, and Harrison Ford. At the end of the day, I'm interested in it. Like, I'm going to see it regardless, but I'm intrigued because I want to see what this version of Captain America is going to be and how they're going to do that. I mean, I'm intrigued for this phase. I'm not excited. I'm not down. I just want to see what happens, pretty much.
Did you catch the Sinners trailer?
No, I have not.
Look, Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan linking back up. That's all you need.
Oh, with the vampire.
Yeah.
The vampires.
Yeah. Okay. Did you see the poster?
I've seen the poster.
So Michael B. Jordan is playing twins, and Haley Steinfeld is in it, and there's vampires.
Yep.
I'm in. I don't need to know shit else. Trailer was dope.
Put it like this. I haven't seen the trailer. I've heard about it. Ryan Coogler, it's one of those things where you have a director and an actor. And I think that's like the new, I don't want to say the new thing, but it's been happening but like Leo and Scorsese have been doing this for years.
I can't believe you didn't say De Niro.
You get your guy, that's Coogler's guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But that's, it's a group of people, the director likes working with the same people, same cast.
Tag team champions of the world.
And at the end of the day, bro, don't fix it. You know what I mean? It works. it works.
Yeah, straight up.
Fruitvale Station.
It's
Fruitvale Station was fantastic.
I swear, heartbreaking, but expertly made.
But fantastic.
It's like fucking Destin Daniel. Like that's one of the headlines that we're kind of gonna gloss over. Destin Daniel Cretton got announced to do Spider-Man 4. Brie Larson's been in all his movies, even if it's a post-credit scene. Yep. So she's at least about to. Captain Marvel's at least about to be in that Spider-Man post-credit scene. Michael B. Jordan's been in all Coogler's movies.
And that's the thing, though, too, is this, like, you know, where is Shang-Chi in all this? You know what I mean? Like,
back burner for now. Oh, that too. Bro. Didn't he bail on Doomsday, formerly known as Kang Dynasty, to focus on Shang-Chi too? And now he just accepted to direct Spider-Man 4? What are we doing?
Yeah. So, from what I heard, which I don't know if it's true, like, this is just hearsay, is he's going to be doing both. Okay, you already know how hard it is to do a Marvel movie.
One of those motherfuckers about to suffer.
And do it well. Yeah, it's you're gonna have to find the replacement for one or the other, or there's gonna be some switching around because, you know, Shang-Chi, if that's the case, you know, Simu Liu's gonna be 98 years old by the time he shows up in part 2. I mean, it's been what, 4 years already.
And that's where Marvel's playing themselves. They're taking too long to bring these characters back, and people not gonna care. Normies aren't gonna care.
No, and the thing is, this is, say Shang-Chi shows up in somebody else's movie as like a quick cameo or whatever. They're like, who the hell's that?
He needs to.
There's people that haven't even seen Shang-Chi yet.
I actually heard that Mackey's Captain America is gonna like initiate a new Avenger team in Brave New World, probably post-credit scene.
Hopefully that's the case. We got to see him somewhere. Just something.
Shang-Chi, She-Hulk. Hopefully, like, somebody's heard of Moon Knight. Like, we did. Like, fuck.
We need something. It's like, I think, and like, that's the other thing too. Is, see, I think the problem is Marvel took B and C characters and brought them to the screen. And they became huge. Like I'll be honest with you.
Because it worked for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep. Iron Man was a B character. More like a B- character. More like a C+.
There's so many people out there. Iron Man's my favorite character of all time. Since 2008.
Yeah,
Let's chill.
In the comics, he was basically Marvel's poor man's version of Bruce Wayne. Pretty much, if you think about it. But now, he was the first Marvel MCU related movie. Now everybody Marvel. Now he's an A-lister.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Is Black Panther was he was a B character in Marvel. Like a lot of these B. I mean, the main ones were Spider-Man, Captain America, Hulk, Thor. There you go. Then it was everybody else. And now, like, why don't we? Like, I feel like Miss Marvel, I know they made a TV show out of that, but I feel like they could have introduced her maybe in one of these movies and then done a spin-off movie, then do a TV show. Because at the end of the day is if you never saw any of the TV shows, now when you have the Marvels,
lost.
No idea what the hell's going on.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, normies aren't locking into all these TV shows. Like I'm not saying like I'm twisting my own arm, but it's like,
nope.
I do not care about Agatha, but I'm watching it.
I'm watching it. I'm enjoying it. It's again, I'm intrigued.
That's it.
I want to see where this goes.
I don't want to miss references.
I want to see where this
down
goes.
The road. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. It's like it's part of. It's like The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead. Now, as time goes on, some of the seasons went down, but then the writing picked up again. Now you have the spin-offs. At the end of the day, I've invested so many years of my time in this show. I'm going to see it through. Good, bad, I'm going to see it through.
Facts.
I feel like that's how it is with this because I don't like, after season 6, because this didn't happen, I just was done.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, even if I wanted to do that, I know it's going to nag at me and be like, damn, I gotta watch that. I have to finish this. I gotta finish this.
Behind on Walking Dead. I'll never catch up on Walking Dead.
I gotta finish.
Speaking of something that I didn't really care about, But now that I've seen the trailer, I'm hyped for it. Did you see the ballerina trailer?
Bro, that looks so
Dope,
good.
right? It's like bro,
Out of the
I'm with
artist,
Nick.
yep.
Not everything needs a shared universe. Not everything needs a spin-off.
Nope.
I watched one episode out of 3 of The Continental, and I still haven't watched the other 2. It's been a year. But set in between John Wick 3 and John Wick 4, this ballerina spin-off looks fire.
It does. And the thing is, I like how they're setting it in between 3 and 4. You know, Keanu Reeves is going to make his little appearance, and all that. But what sold me with Out of the Artist doing this is,
Knock Knock.
the last James Bond movie.
Yeah,
When she had that scene,
she was dope in No Time to Die.
Yep, No Time to Die. She showed me that she can do action. She definitely can do action. You know, and at the end of the day, okay, I was like, all right, cool. I'm sold. She's the bad. Okay, let's see how this works. It looks dope. It looks dope. And like I said, I've never seen the Continental. I want to see it just to see all the John Wick stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's connected. But I heard it wasn't the greatest. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. That's what I heard.
And it's also 3 episodes, and they're all an hour and a half.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what was it BBC did with the TV series Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman.
Yep.
This series were 3 episodes of an hour and a half. There were 3 movies that were an hour and a half long.
Okay.
So I mean,
I don't know that.
You know what I mean? That's how they do this, and that show was fantastic. And they did 4 seasons. It's dope. It's dope. But you know, that's why I heard the Continental was like a 3 episode event, that they were all like movie length.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So like, and I have not seen it.
Like, it's a cool concept. Like Winston setting up the Continental. Like, it's a cool concept.
Yeah, it's just to see how it's basically how it's called the Continental, how it all got started.
Yeah.
But like you said, not everything needs to be attached to this or that. It could have its own. Like, that's why I like Agatha right now. If you think about it, at the end of WandaVision, spoiler if anybody hasn't seen it, but
3 years ago,
it's been a while. Yeah. Remember, she put her in a hex and released the rest of the town. Hence why in the first episode, when she comes out, what's up?
You just maybe like she released the rest of the town, but in like spoilers for Agatha. The town's hating. Like she gave y'all up.
Yeah, but that's the thing is Agatha's still in this hex, which I love to play on Mayor of Easttown. Have you seen that show?
I ain't catch that shit, nah. Because I was turned off by, like, bro, she told the pawn shop dude mind his beeswax. It's like, bro, this dialogue is killing me.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to watch. It's fantastic.
Is Aubrey Plaza in Mayor of Easttown? Or I'm thinking Kate Winslet.
No. Kate Winslet, yeah, it's fantastic.
And I'm also thinking of Mayor of the Jeremy Renner show.
Yeah, Mayor of Easttown.
Confused your fucking self.
They sound so similar.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm about to bring this shit up.
There's Mayor
of Kingstown.
I think he's Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah.
Kingstown.
Yep.
So you have Mayor of Kingstown, which is with Jeremy Renner. Has nothing to do with this.
And Mayor of Easttown.
Easttown. That's the one.
East Side?
That show is fantastic.
On HBO?
I thought it was fantastic. It was on HBO, yep.
Disney referencing an HBO property? What?
Yeah. So they play off that. Like, that's the scene where she's a detective. She's playing Kate Winslet's character. So if you've seen that show,
okay,
you get some of those references.
That's why I would.
You get some of those.
Callie Spaney, hello. Evan Peters.
Yep.
Sosie Bacon has done other projects outside of Smile. Oh my gosh.
It's. I'm telling you, it's a great show.
HBO got some shit.
You gotta check it out. You gotta check it out. So when they played that, like, I was like, oh, I was like, some of the scenes in Agatha in that beginning, I was like, this looks so familiar. And then it clicked. They played that, and then some of the references but she is in the hex. The town is not. So that's why when she comes out.
Yeah,
naked,
that was funny.
Their name is like, we've been worried about you. Well, makes sense now.
Hey, spoilers if you haven't started Agatha all along.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
So basically, yeah, WandaVision is meant like Wanda is like she who shall not be named is mentioned, but yet I feel like this is its own little thing as well.
Is that a reference to The Village?
Could be, but in the comic books, Agatha was Franklin Reed's sitter. You know what I mean? Like it's all connected. It's all connected.
Because I mean, man, dude, don't take me down that rabbit hole, dog. Because Fantastic Four got that subtitle, so they're gonna have a baby in that motherfucker. But I know for sure that one is set in a different universe. We could still get Catherine Hahn in a cameo though.
Yeah. So that's the funny thing. Exactly. So that's the thing is Fantastic Four. Supposedly, it's a futuristic retro 1965.
Yeah. I'm so hyped for Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I think that's my number 2 most anticipated movie behind Superman next year.
And some of the renditions I've seen, like the pictures of what it's going to look like, it reminds me of the Jetsons.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting.
Meet Reed Richards. Quickly, before we move on to this fourth quarter, how many tears did you shed last night over Chucky getting canceled? It's okay. This is a safe space.
I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Disappointed because,
I was just hoping the next season would just be better, and I just thought 2 and 3 were so mid. Like, they were too out there for me. Like, I thought season 1 was fire.
Yeah, wacky. Well,
they just started doing too much.
I think towards the middle and end of season 2 is when it started getting out of hand.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. And then it got a little wacky, a little out there. And then I was thinking maybe you know what? Okay, after season 3, we'll rein it in a little bit and maybe season 4 is the final season and just start it on fire. We'll end it on fire. Where in the middle, it was a little loose. Where at the end of the day, now it's what are we gonna do? You left it the way you left it, and it's.
And like I said in the group chat, I feel like Universal sat down with Mancini, bro, we're done with the show. The ratings aren't hitting, but we'll give you, let's say, 1, maybe 2 more movies to tie up your loose ends. There's gonna be more Chucky movies.
I agree. I mean, the thing is this. Come on. At the end of the day, I know. See, my original trio of, say, in the horror movie genre is, in any order, you got Michael Myers, you got Freddy Krueger, you got Jason.
Legends.
Then you got the next. Yeah. Then you got the next tier of maybe you got Chucky. You have Ghostface, things like that. Even, and I hate to say it. There's only one movie, and I can't wait for the sequel. I'm excited for the sequel finally to come out. Trick or Treat 2. Sam came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It's a cult classic if you've seen it. Because nobody ever heard. When I first got introduced to Trick or Treat, it was because I was throwing a Halloween party, and I wanted to get some Halloween movies to play throughout the night while all this was happening. And I caught it on an end cap at Best Buy. And I'm like, what's this? And then when I read who's in the damn cast, I'm like, how have I never heard of this movie? And the funny thing is, the movie was a year or 2 old. So the movie wasn't new, but it was but it wasn't old as well. It was a year or 2 ago. So I ended up buying it. And I mean, last year, I think they dropped, what was it? I forgot what anniversary. It might have been, it's 15th year anniversary of it. And it dropped in the theater. So I'm
I thought it was fine. I get the cult following, but I do need to rewatch it. But it's every time I look for progress on a sequel, it's just we wrote some, but ain't nothing filming yet. Cameras aren't rolling yet.
Yeah, but for Chucky, I'm disappointed. I was hoping we get at least 1 more season to hopefully wrap it up. You know what I mean?
To wrap that shit up, B.
But yeah, I mean, I agree with you though. I think it gets another movie, at least 1 possibly 2 more.
But it's like Cult of Chucky was straight to video. So are they gonna put another Chucky movie in the theater?
I don't know. But it's like, I have not seen the remake of Chucky with Mark Hamill. I have not seen that one yet.
Ooh, see, that's one of those. It could have been called anything else. It's a killer doll. His name's not even Chucky. He's not even a good guy. It's brand recognition. Nobody.
See, that's the thing. It's
none of the brain trusts involved in the franchise even co-signed. Like The Crow. None of the original creators signed off on that shit. So it was a cash grab remake.
Yeah.
It's pretty mid.
Got it.
It's not horrible. I don't really like it, but
yeah, I've never seen it. I've never seen it because I'm like, you're remaking Chucky like the first Child's Play. I mean, Child's Play is Child's Play.
In the wave, in the 2000s wave of horror remakes, you can pluck out the Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street remakes. They're all better than Child's Play. Mm-hmm. No matter how bad you think any of those three are, they're all better than Child's Play.
Okay.
And I vouch for all three of those. So,
okay.
Fourth quarter preview. We already been rolling a little over 30 minutes. So maybe we'll do October and then take a break. So you know how I do. Weekend by weekend, we'll talk about what's coming out. Most anticipated movie at the end of each month. But this is going to be the last preview for 2024. And for all of y'all, like, film auteurs and shit, if I skip over some shit, it's because I ain't never heard of it. Go fuck yourself. The first movie I'm going to bring up is the Salem's Lot remake that's direct to Max. It looks like it's directed by Gary Dauberman, Louis Pullman, Mackenzie Lee, Bill Camp, Pilo Asbeck, Alfred Woodard, William Sadler. Solid cast. I feel like I've seen the original Salem's Lot like once, but I don't really plan on watching this shit. You hyped for it?
Well, the funny thing is, so like they have the Salem's Lot, like the movie, right? Well, the movie is not even the movie. If you think, because I own it.
Was it like it? Was it a TV miniseries?
Made. It's not even made. Like they compiled it into a movie where you could tell how it fades to black, and then the scene picks up.
Oh yeah.
Like you could tell 3 part, and at the end of the days, they just combined it into one big movie. But you can tell that this was TV.
That's
like there are scenes in there, but it's basically it was on TV.
Yeah, that's why I still say it is the GOAT miniseries, especially of horror movies.
Yeah, so I mean, right now with this version, I want to see. It's different than that, but pointed that it's supposed to be a theater a year ago.
Word.
A year ago, and they pushed it back because they wanted to make some tweaks, and then the writers strike and all that BS. But now you're gonna drop Max.
Yeah.
Like it's like
when Batgirl was unreleasable, bruh.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I don't know. I think this streaming shit is killing. It's gonna basically. It's gonna kill these studios. It's gonna kill them.
Yeah.
Because how many times have you heard a project that's supposed to be a streaming and they're like, no, we're gonna throw it into the theaters. You know what I mean?
Just like I said earlier, with every studio wanting to be Marvel, every studio wants to be Netflix. If you put your shit in the theaters and on streaming, you have to find a common balance. And it's like you can't release some shit that motherfuckers are gonna be hyped for. Like, I feel like between all the social media platforms, I follow a lot of movie fans, and a lot of movie fans I follow seem to like get their jollies off on horror. This shit would have cleaned up in the theater.
And horror is now $10 million ain't cheap. It's a lot of money to us, but when it comes to making movies, that ain't shit. And the cheapest genre to make movies on is horror.
Facts.
Horror.
Facts.
Shit. 30 million. You could look at Blumhouse. I mean, Blumhouse is Blumhouse. They're on a different level. They can make a movie for $5 and it'll make $1 million. You know what I mean? It's like they know how to do. But the thing is this: when it comes to horror, what do you really need?
I don't know.
A spooky ass house.
I'm about to prove your point right quick though.
You know, it's like it doesn't make sense. Like I never heard of a horror movie where the budget is $200 million
Ever.
or $100 million.
Speak No Evil has already cleared 45 million, and it was made for 15.
And basically, if you think about it, it needed to make about maybe 22 to 30 million to break even. It's already profitable.
Facts. So that's October the 3rd. October the 4th, Warner Brothers double dipping that weekend because I'm not French. I'm gonna mispronounce this shit. Joker, Folie, Adu. See, I remember Hot Shots Part 2, and I was like, okay, Hot Shots Part 2. Oui, parlez-vous. So, but my man's that works at the local theater, who has been on the podcast before, said that it translates to mental illness. Is that true?
Yes. That's okay. I don't know if that's true or not.
Rocket got some. Rocket got some culture. Rocket got some culture. But it's like in 2019.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Folie à deux means shared madness in French. Shared madness in French.
Because they introducing Harley Quinn.
So technically,
that's fire. That's dope.
So basically, it's Joker, shared madness. That's basically what they're saying. Yeah.
That's dope. I can dig that. But they're redoing the Harley Quinn origin, and I don't like it because the trailers are showing her as a patient. Or am I tripping?
The trailer's showing her like she's already in the mental. She's a mental patient
on some Crow shit. Or am I tripping?
Yeah. No, you're not.
So I don't like that.
I feel like the Crow took this. The Crow took what the skeleton of this.
As lazy as the Crow was, yeah. So
I can see that, but from Harley Quinn, she was a psychiatrist.
Yes, it irks me a little bit.
With the Joker.
It irks me a little bit that she's not gonna be a psychiatrist that he got in her head and flipped. And it's like I feel like Todd Phillips was like, well, they already did that in Suicide Squad, so. And it's like, bro, like some origin stories don't need to be changed.
No. And to me, I would have... Sometimes in sports, sometimes the best trade is a trade you never made.
Like the Knicks this morning?
Sometimes... Yeah. That's a whole different story. But like sometimes the trades, like in sports, the best trade is a trade you never made. Because I feel like that would have been very interesting in this version of the Joker.
Yes.
Where remember it ended. They captured him. He's in the mental hospital. He's in the institute, the mental institute right now. And you saw, at the end, spoilers, how it ended. He runs out of that office with blood footprints down the hallway.
They've had time.
Was that him imagining this, or did this happen? Now he's still there, and you bring in Harley Quinzel, a.k.a. Harley Quinn, as a psychiatrist. That, and you could just play it off of there and then see how he flips her into all this and who knows, maybe that still is the thing. We're just seeing maybe what's in his mind, his version. I mean, who the hell knows? You can't give away much of it, but like they're saying it's kind of a musical as well. You see the musical aspects. I think those musical portions of it is him in his mind when he's fascinating about it.
And see, like 5 years ago, the build up to the original Joker, I feel like, man, like they just had those like really dope quotables in there, like all I have is negative thoughts, like setting the tone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the promotion is hitting the same for this one. Like, I'm hyped. I'm excited. It's the last movie of my most anticipated list that needs to come out.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's like Gotham. Gotham was a solid show, but it's like Bruce Wayne is a teenager and you're introducing all these rogues for Gordon to deal with. Human ass Gordon. And it's like, bro, you got like a 52-year-old Joker just starting off as Joker. They showed Bruce Wayne as like a toddler in the last movie.
Yeah, I mean,
narratively,
I couldn't get into Gotham. I couldn't get into it because some of these characters in the history and lineage of Batman were made because Batman created those characters. Like in Tim Burton's Batman. Batman threw Jack Nicholson's character in the toxic. He became the Joker because of what Batman did.
Yeah.
Or where in Gotham, these characters are already around, and Bruce Wayne is some little teenage 9-year-old kid, like 8 years. Like I'm like, huh? So what? Because Batman, they're gonna be what, 8? Like, it made no sense to me.
Piggybacking back to this movie, Harley Quinn ain't ever existed before Batman. Ever.
No.
Ever.
I think she was first introduced
in the animated series.
In the animated series. Yeah.
Exactamundo. But yeah, like I said, like I also said, and got no reaction for in the group chat. I don't think Todd Phillips has no misses. School for Scoundrels is a little underwhelming. The Hangover sequels are definitely underwhelming, but they're not bad movies. They're not poorly made movies.
No.
So while like I don't expect to like this Joker as much as the first one, I still think it'll be really good and it'll be in the Oscar talks. And
I agree.
I don't know if Todd Phillips is getting a director nomination, but at least for Joaquin and Lady Gaga.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's brought enough trust in me with the first one.
Yeah.
Made $1 billion.
Hell yeah.
The character of Joker, once again winning an Oscar. Heath Ledger was the first one.
For the second time.
For supporting actor, and then Joaquin Phoenix wins it for leading actor. So that character has. I mean, the character alone. Now you need the right actors, but that character alone, the name, has won 2 Oscars. And so that's intriguing character. So that's earned my trust.
The crazy thing about it is, every actor cast as Joker has fit for that movie. Even Jared Leto.
Yep.
Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill. Let's keep it a buck. He's also a theatrical Joker.
Bro. I love it.
Heath Ledger, Jared Leto, Joaquin Phoenix. For the tone and the setting and the environment and the vibe and the aesthetic, every Joker has been perfectly cast. Also, that weekend, unless they pull a last-minute shuffle, we're finally getting, again, a spinoff from a movie that we didn't need a spinoff for, but I never saw the original. White Bird, the Wonder spinoff that has been supposed to come out like 5 years ago, is scheduled to come out against Joker. Yeah, I don't care. I'm tired of seeing trailers for it, so I'm glad it's finally coming out.
It's funny because I'm like, when I first saw the title, I was like, this looks familiar, and I start thinking back.
Yeah.
When Target brought back the new Steelbook version for Wonder, like a new nice looking Steelbook that I was even intrigued in buying. I didn't get, but it looked so nice. And then on the sticker, then Best Buy had it too. And on the sticker of Wonder says the sequel or the new upcoming movie, White Bird. So that's when I put 2 and 2 together.
It says White Bird, A Wonder Story was initially scheduled for a wide release on September 16th of 2022. I feel like that's not its original release date. But also, like, Mark Forster ain't no slouch. He got some good shit under his belt.
Yep, I agree. And the funny thing is, this is like what he's done, like the movies he's directed, he did not too long ago, A Man Called Otto.
Underrated.
With Tom Hanks. You know what's one of my favorites? And I'm not even a big fan of this animated character, but they did a live action.
Christopher Robin.
I love that movie.
Fire.
I'm not even a Winnie the Pooh fan, and when I saw that movie, I was like, man, this is fantastic.
Yes, hard agree. Hell yes.
World War Z, loved it.
Stranger Than Fiction.
I mean, yep. He did Quantum of Solace too.
He did Quantum of Solace.
James Bond. So he's done a lot of different genres.
Yeah.
So, even though this is not my type of movie, and I'll be honest with you, I probably will not go see it in the theater, but if it's ever on TV, I might just throw it on just to see what it's about.
All right. On, I want to say Monday the 7th. Hellboy the Crooked Man.
I'm good.
I'm good. I like the character, so I kind of want to watch the movie. But damn, y'all couldn't even put this in theaters?
What is this like a streaming? I've heard.
I don't know where it's going to be streaming. But it's first of all, bro.
Okay, so
y'all hired one of the Ned Levine's, one of the Crank directors, one of the Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance directors is directing this movie. And then it's why couldn't? What was so offensively bad about David Harbour's Hellboy that y'all just couldn't give that shit a sequel? Since y'all refused to let Guillermo del Toro and Ron Perlman cook a third movie.
And I think David Harbour as Hellboy, I think
he was good.
What he did for that character, he was good. He did a solid job.
Yeah, that movie was solid, and it set up. It set up shit that I wanted to see pay off.
Yeah, and it's the opening scene in that version of Hellboy when he goes to see his buddy, and he's a wrestler and he's a bat. I was like, I'm in.
Right.
The beginning of that movie, and then you have Mila Jovanovic, who's, you know what I mean, and it's and that's what you do with that. I'm like, what is this shit?
Yup.
And it's not the actors. See, people forget. Oh, he sucked. No. If I write a script and the script is shit, the actor's going to try to elevate it to the best they can. But if there's no emotion in that script, they can't. They're doing their best.
Yeah. That's why, if I like the performances, but I know the movie's not that good, you'll catch me on YouTube. The actor, or on Letterboxd, the actors were good with what they were given. Everybody says that shit.
Yep.
A poorly written movie, the actors are going to try to elevate. Overall, that Hellboy was solid, but it could have been bad if the performances were weak.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is David Harbour, first off, guys, an awesome talent.
Hell yeah.
Shit. I guarantee you, when Stranger Things, the final season comes out for that, Netflix is gonna fucking crash
in 2027.
So and he's been in it for the beat. It's not David Harbour. I'll tell you that right now. And it's not Mila Jovanovic. I'll tell you that right now. At the end of the day, a lot of this is it's not. Most of the time, it's not the actor's fault. Sometimes you could this actor's mailing it in and tell, but it just was bad writing. Now, I think because of that, and it was box office, and that's at the end of the day it's the bottom dollar. That's how fans.
Yeah.
How much did this movie make, and is it worth another sequel? And we talk to them in dollar amounts. If the bottom dollar, they're just not going to make another sequel. Did that thing even crack 100 million?
I doubt it. But that in and of itself is the trash thing about social media. It's all hype beast. It's all trend chasing. It's all 2019 Hellboy was bad. First of all, it was bad just because it wasn't David Harbour and Ron Perlman and Guillermo del Toro. Second, it was bad because it didn't make money. Go fuck yourself. I'm not saying I love the shit. I'm not saying I like the shit. The shit was solid. When we're not getting the Hellboy 3 that we want, That shit was a solid Hellboy movie. And my man's Fro, like, I don't know if Rocket can hear me right now, bro, but like, you listening, y'all don't care, y'all can just listening. Y'all got ears.
Yeah, I can hear you.
YouTube. I'm in the asshole of America, and Spectrum Internet is dookie, and I know y'all keep showing like that my internet connection is unstable and shit. It's not my fault. I didn't create the internet. I'm just trying to like not have no dead air. But we talked too much about a movie that's probably gonna be solid at best. The 11th of October, I want to say is it a Friday? Is 4 plus 7 is 11. Yeah, it's Friday.
Yes.
I know math. Brothers comes out on Prime, and it's from the director of Palm Springs, starring Josh Brolin, Peter Dinklage, Glenn Close, Marissa Tomei, and Brendan Fraser. I'm horrible at watching streaming movies. Like, I want to watch Wolves. It's on Apple TV. I don't know when I'm going to have time. If I'm going to have time. But, like, Josh Brolin and Dinklage as brothers is enough for me to want to watch this movie. So, like, I'll watch it in, like, 2033.
Yeah. It's an interesting casting. Well, like, or duo.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Hell
so,
yeah.
I mean, you got two awesome actors in it, too. I mean, you got Brolin, like you said. Peter Dinklage, I mean. Game of Thrones, I mean, pretty much he could probably, pick his projects after that. So, I mean, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's this quarter coming up. There are some movies per se that are interesting. But are they going to be good?
Straight up.
It's not like, ooh, this is a banger or this is good.
Ooh.
Like, the trailers look good and interesting, but I'm leery. I'm very leery because there's not really much coming out towards the end of the year.
I kind of do feel like this is like a light fourth quarter. I remember like 10 years, literally 10 years ago, the last movie I watched in December for the year was Night at the Museum 3. Mid-December, I didn't watch because I think The Last Hobbit had also come out that time. I watched that, and then me and my wife went and watched Night at the Museum. I didn't watch any Christmas Day releases that year, and I feel like this year is going to be similar. But also, the weekend of the 11th, not my flavor, straight up. I don't care. I feel like these movies are made simply for fucking shock value. If all my horror followers, Rocket already know what I'm getting at. If all my horror followers want to bail on the podcast and give us 1-star ratings, we suck. Bring that shit on. I do not give a motherfuck about Terrifier 3. I think like we need Nick to defend this shit because I know he's at least seen them. You got any interest in these?
I've seen them. I got the first two. And now I'm probably going to end up buying 3 because I got to have them all because I just...
Completionist.
Like, I know there's another third movie and it's like, fuck, I got to get it just to complete it. But I will probably watch it when it comes out like on streaming. Because I've seen like... The first Terrifier I saw last year in October. Last October, I saw the first Terrifier.
Is it All Hallows Eve or whatever, or is that Terrifier 1?
Well, All Hallows Eve was like I've never seen All Hallows Eve, but it was an anthology.
Okay.
An anthology movie, hence where they introduced Art the Clown.
Yeah. And
the original Art the Clown and Hallows Eve doesn't even play Art the Clown in these movies. It's a totally different person. So basically, I saw the first Terrifier last October, and I was like, okay. And then the way it ended, I was like, okay, I got to see the second one. Well, the second one dropped on 4K and all that, so I got the steelbook of it, and I was like, all right, I'll watch it. So I've seen the first 2, and basically it's just a gore fest. It's like that's
what it looks like.
It's over like, for example,
how much shock value can we put in one movie?
Yeah, it's like you killed a person. You don't need to kill them 3 more times by skinning them and all that. I mean, they're dead already. Like, it's just it takes the gross point of it to the next level and it's over the top.
Hard pass.
Like it's like there's no. So it's like you said, shock value for like the grotesque and gore of it. Am I going to see this one? Probably, but not. I'm not running to the movie. I'm going to wait till it comes out on stream. I'll probably watch it next October when it's out on video.
Give me Pennywise, 8 days out of 7.
Yep.
Wikipedia doesn't have this movie listed in this weekend. They have it listed on the limited release date. And this, high key, if it wasn't for Joker, this would be my most anticipated movie of October. And that's Jason Reitman's Ghostbusters Afterlife follow-up, Saturday Night. A movie about the origin or the very first taping of Saturday Night Live. And it looks amazing.
It does. It looks so good. Like, I remember watching Saturday Night Live with Eddie Murphy.
I bet you do.
I remember when he would do his buckwheat skits as Buckwheat from the Little Rat. That shit was hilarious. You know what I mean? I remember Steve Martin, Chevy Chase.
Is Eddie Murphy getting played in this movie?
You know, so I'm real interested. Supposedly this takes place a couple of hours or like so many hours before the live show hits. It's like the first show ever,
and it's like, bro, like
Saturday Night Live.
his boy telling Lorne Michaels that NBC wants him to fail is kind of a gut punch. Yeah. And 50 years later, to see that Lorne Michaels just got a big fuck you to the studio, but it was like a win-win. And it's like it's
crazy.
Like John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, Andy Kaufman are all characters in this movie. And, like, to go back to Gotham, like, the dude that played the Riddler is playing Chevy Chase. Like, that's fire. J.K. Simmons is in this. Willem Dafoe is in this.
It's wild because, too, is look at all these comedians and all that we have now.
Yeah.
You know, and some that have retired. Some of them retired.
Straight up.
If it wasn't for Saturday Night Live, will we even know who these people are?
I'm trying to tell you. And it's like, Jason Reitman heard me talking shit. Like, I know he's been acclaimed. I've never been the biggest Jason Reitman fan until Ghostbusters. I've, like, rewatched all. Yep. Not all. I haven't seen Juno since, like, 2007. And he's got, like, one other movie that, Men, Women, and Children I've never seen. But Ghostbusters was a banger. And I'm telling you, like, this looks like it could be, like, a Oscar sleeper.
I'll be honest with you. Jason Reitman and if this is a banger, and this is the type of movies he continues to put out, he's going to be right up there with his father. I mean, come on.
That's the thing, though. Like I feel like he's towing that line where he wants to be in pop culture enough, but he also wants to be in like the Wes Anderson, Paul Thomas Anderson class, and it's like you got to find a lane.
But the thing is, this though too is there is I think he's the best ever. Spielberg, he could do what he wants, when he wants, any genre he wants. I mean, there's no. I'm not saying Jason Reitman is going to be the next Steven Spielberg. I'm not saying that, but
nah.
But at the end of the day, is if this comes out to be what it is and what we think, and it could be, even if it gets nominated for an Oscar, say it gets nominated,
at least screenplay.
Yeah, something that goes a long way. That goes a long way. Sometimes, I hate to say it, everybody wants to win an Oscar, whatever category you get nominated in. But at the end of the day, sometimes being nominated, you already won.
Yeah, that's still a selling point for your next movie from the Oscar-nominated writer of Saturday Night. Yeah, the dude who directed Frozen Empire helped write with Jason Reitman Saturday Night.
So, I'm excited for that one.
Right? The weekend of October the 18th, we got Smile 2. Did you see the first one?
Yes.
What you think about have the trailers done enough to get you excited for the sequel? It's Princess Jasmine. No. All these people are smiling at Princess Jasmine, bro.
It's not Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell. Oh my God, I'm losing it here.
Naomi Campbell, huh?
I know.
Naomi Scott.
Yeah, Campbell. Oh my God, Naomi Scott. The thing about if people have not seen Smile, I'm not going to try to get away.
Like me, chill.
Okay,
I'm gonna watch the first one before this one.
It's not what people think because. So my wife possession movies. She does not
Me
like
either.
that. I get it. My mom was the same way, and I understand why. Totally get it. At first, I thought the same thing. I seriously thought the same thing. But it kind of reminds me. Did you ever see the movie Truth or Dare?
No. Because of the same thing. It
Okay.
looks like possession.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to
It's kind
see...
of
what's the Halle Berry movie that just came out, Never Go Back? It looks like
Yes.
it toes the line too close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like that's more like a zombie type movie.
Yeah, I think it's creatures and not demons.
Yeah. So, I'm short and to the point. It's not a possession movie, but it kind of feels. But
Yeah.
Exorcist, that's possession.
Facts.
Movies like that, where you have like religion involved in it. Those are possession-based demons, demonic.
Yeah.
I get all that. This is similar, but it's not. It's not because I'm not trying to spoil anything, but I feel like movies like this it's like anything else is okay. How far and how long can you take it? Like, is this ever gonna end? Because in Truth or Dare, it's kind of this is like a better version of that. It's not the same, but it's definitely better than Truth or Dare. Truth or Dare was pretty. It wasn't good.
I heard.
I have it, but it wasn't good. But it's like that's what it kind of reminds me of.
And Jack Nicholson's son is in it.
People haven't seen it again. I got it on my list to see again for like for my October Halloween movie listing. So I'm probably gonna rewatch this again sometime this upcoming week because Tuesday's the 1st of October. So
yeah, I'll still be in my Todd Phillips binge, but gotta do what you gotta do. Never heard of this one. Anna Kendrick's directorial debut, Woman of the Hour, which is still kind of in a horror lane. It comes out on Netflix. I love some Anna Kendrick, so like I'll watch that in 2035. Have you heard what the premise is?
No, I have not.
Well, like she plays a woman on the dating game in like the 70s or some shit, and the dude she picks, I think, ends up becoming a serial killer.
That
right?
Okay, yes, I've heard of the premise. Yeah, I've heard the premise. I just didn't know that was the one she was doing. So yeah, that's an interesting. Man, that
sounds really good.
That could be real good. Yeah. That could be good.
I guess we're gonna hit the end of October right quick. The 25th of October.
The movie.
What's up?
The movie I'm looking forward to too is.
Did I skip one?
It's gonna be dumb. I'm probably not gonna see. It's Piece by Piece by.
Oh, that's not on here.
Oh, yep. That comes out I think on the 11th as well. So.
Yeah, that's not on here. I completely spaced it. It's like I kind of don't care, but it's also like the hip hop I grew up on. Like Neptunes were everywhere.
That's why I wanted to check it out. That's why I want to check.
So if it comes here, like I'll figure out how to check that out. Cause they showed a clip where him and Snoop was creating "Drop It Like It's Hot" the other day, and it's like, bro, like Snoop said, that was my first ever #1 single. And it's like, bro, you was 11 years in, fucking Deep Cover, Gin and Juice. Like I can't even name all the hits Snoop had in those 11 years, and "Drop It Like It's Hot" was your first #1.
That's crazy,
right?
Crazy. That's wild.
And all that. Like, come on, bro. Like, Chad and Pharrell's crazy.
I'm excited for that. And it's not even like part of the Lego world, which I like. It's in a Lego form animated thing, but it's not like Lego presents. No, I'm glad it's not
piggybacking off some shit that we was talking about earlier. Warner Brothers don't even have the rights to the Lego universe anymore.
No. That's crazy.
Let me see. Looks like on the 24th, the director of Taken got a Kate Beckinsale led action movie on Prime, Canary Black. Nobody's gonna watch that shit. Apologies if you are hyped for it. Rocket's most anticipated movie of the whole year, Venom: The Last Dance, October 25th. Because Warner Brothers and Joker straight bullied them out of the weekend that the first two movies came out on. I don't care. I'll see it, but I don't give one iota of a fuck.
I like the first Venom. Fun, zany, cool. The second one was they shouldn't have killed off Carnage.
Super
they should
mid.
have killed off Carnage.
Damn, I need a lozenge.
It was all right. This one is usually like I'd be like, oh man, I can't wait. Will I be there? Yes. Am I excited? No. It's just
straight up, bro. Fool me once.
I'm more excited for Conclave that comes out that day.
I was straight gonna skip over it. What is that? Because I was straight gonna skip over that shit.
So basically, it has Ralph Fiennes in it,
Voldemort,
Tucci, John Lithgow.
Is this like a horror serial killer type thing? Like John Lithgow.
So basically, I think basically it's like with the cardinals and the popes and all that, right? So I guess like an event happens and they have to select a new pope, but they're like in the middle of a conspiracy, like something goes down.
What little boy got touched?
And I think the candidates that are, the candidates or something like that. So, I mean, it sounds intriguing as hell. Like, I'm like, I want to see this. Like, I like movies that are mystery thriller type. So, basically, like, this is up my alley right now.
So, let me see.
I'm more excited for that than Venom: The Last Dance.
Nickel Boys, You're a Monster, Don't Move. I can't even pronounce those Spanish words. Another Amityville cash grab. It looks like it's it for October. Are we going Joker?
That's what I'm saying.
Are we going Joker or are we going Saturday night for most anticipated?
I still say Joker because Joker, remember, the first one was very controversial if you think about it, though.
It was.
Because,
I guess.
So I'm excited for Saturday night. I am. But I think Joker takes the cake on this one for me because of what it did the first one. I want to see where this goes.
Yeah. I feel like I said Joker in January, so I'm going to stick to Joker. But I feel like on December 31st, I might have Saturday Night as the better movie if I get the chance to fucking watch it.
Same. I can see that. I can see that. Because, the best part about the first Joker was there's a scene, like, he's dressed up as a Joker towards the end.
Yeah.
But just because you're dressed as a Joker doesn't mean you are the Joker. And there's a scene where he comes out of the train, and he's walking, and it's kind of like not slow-mo-ish, but kind of, and he lights up a cigarette, and I'm like, that's when he's the Joker. Like, you saw him go from being dressed up as the Joker, looking like the Joker, to he is now the Joker. And that scene right there was like, that's when, like, the switch got flipped.
For me, it's this whole Elseworlds thing. This is the Todd Phillips version of Joker that he's selling. But it's so, like I said earlier, it's so hard to compare to past iterations of the Joker when every version of the Joker is so good. Like, I don't love the Jared Leto Joker, so this might be like my second to last favorite version of the Joker. But for this version, it's dope.
It's dope. And the thing is this, who's not saying, look at this. In this version of the Joker, right, with Joaquin Phoenix, remember towards the end, they break him out, and he's standing, and all that, and with his own blood, he does a smile on his face, and you got a crowd cheering him on.
After all the De Niro shit.
Yeah, after all that. Now remember, in this world, Joker, he meets a young Bruce Wayne who's a kid.
And he put his dirty ass fingers all in his mouth and shit.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne's a kid. Who's not saying that this version of the Joker, as time goes on, dies, but you got some psychotic seen as a kid.
Ooh.
Sees him and says, that's my role model, that's my hero, and he now, once the Joker dies, I have to take over that mantle. I'm the new Joker, and Batman is now around when that takes place.
Ooh.
I mean, that's
that's why That's why I fuck with y'all, because y'all always get in my head and let my head run with those theories, and like, yeah, that's a dope
Because
take.
remember,
That's a really dope take.
it's at the end. Remember, Batman was a product of what happened.
Yeah,
Someone killed his parents in the alleyway.
yeah. I don't
He
even,
became
because my
a
bad, but
vigilante.
Joker, Arthur Fleck's mom spun it in his head that Thomas Wayne was his dad. So
Dad.
Bruce hasn't even been corrupted yet.
Nope, not yet. So my thing is this: is remember, in sports, people, you got Jordan fans, you got LeBron fans, even guys who are in the NBA now, or baseball or football, whatever. They always had that one player that they wanted to grow up and emulate.
That's a fact.
Who's not saying in this world, this he's just Arthur Fleck.
Yeah.
Arthur Fleck is Arthur Fleck. He turns into the Joker. Now you got a youngin who's seeing this, using this, and who knows how his upbringing is. If his upbringing is similar to what this Joker's upbringing is, now that's my role. I'm gonna be just like him.
Jack Napier.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. That's Jack Nicholson's Joker.
I know.
It's just, that's, everybody has a different iteration version, different name. So at the end of the day, in this world, who's not saying, man, Bruce Wayne's a kid? He's what, 10 years old? Maybe by the time he's 18, 20 years later, who's not saying there's a kid just his age seeing this, grows up to be like, this guy says, he passed away, I'm gonna be the copycat type Joker.
That's what I wonder.
There we go.
I wonder. I mean, obviously, like, we'll know this time next week. Are they gonna kill him off? Are they gonna give him a trilogy? Like, it looks like this is a big old court case. Like, how is Folie Do even gonna end? So Todd Phillips is scared to do comedy anymore. So it's like, you gotta keep doing Joker movies, don't you?
But that's the thing though too. Like, beginning of the show when we started, we were talking about, what happens if with Chucky, how it's gonna happen. They cancel season 3. Are they gonna do 2 more movies, to sequel this, whatever?
Yeah.
This Joker was just supposed to be a one-off. It was never supposed to be a sequel. For what do we say? Money talks.
Like Charlie Sheen.
$1 billion movie. Yep, $1 billion movie.
But it's like,
first ever R-rated $1 billion movie.
See,
so you got him, like, it's,
I feel like if I'm James Gunn and I'm inheriting a studio that has been a shit show for however long you want to say, since 2013, 2016, I imagine that he didn't want to greenlight sequels to Joker or the Batman, and Zaslav was like, nah, them motherfuckers made bank. Like, we're doing sequels. So he was just like, okay, these are Elseworld joints. I'm gonna support them, but I ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, and he's like, he'll answer the occasional social media question. Do Elseworld movies that aren't Batman centric. I don't know his name, Calzad or whatever. Give us the Black Superman. I want that movie.
Yeah. Like, that's Michael B. Jordan's gig, I think.
I hope so. Apparently, J.J. Abrams was involved in some DC shit, and some other big name was involved in some DC shit. But I don't think, and bro, like this ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but like within the last 2 or 3 days, a Deathstroke and Bane movie was reportedly in the works. It's like dog, like, if James Gunn wants to set himself apart from DC of old, the DCEU, don't greenlight these random ass movies. What fucking objective is a Bane and Deathstroke team up movie gonna push your universe forward for? It's just not.
Yeah, not. My thing is this though too, is before all. It's okay. So we have the Justice League. You have Momoa. You have Cavill, Affleck. All that stuff.
Those shit fucks down the street.
I love that line. Love that line. Right? But Gunn takes over. Something happens with Momoa. That's still yet to be known. Everybody's speculating he's going to be Lobo.
He
By the
has
time
to
that
be.
happens, I might be dead. Because it's
Facts.
like, who knows? It happened so long ago. Then Warner Brothers did Cavill dirty. They tell him to announce it,
Whew.
that he's coming back. He does. He shows up on a cameo of Black Adam.
That was so
then-
grimy.
So then a month later being, yep, you're not him. Now, it was reported Zaslav wanted Cavill. He wanted him to be
Really?
Superman. But you hire James Gunn. Now, one thing about Zaslav, everywhere he goes,
He's an idiot.
he makes money. Whether, you know, and people like working with him because, yes, he oversees all these, like, you know, Discovery, you know, the Cooking Network, all this other stuff. But it's like, Randy, if you're in charge of one department, you are the boss of that department. You just got to report to Zaslav. He lets people be free. People love working with him. I feel like, though, those are TV type departments, and those are like shows for TV.
Yeah.
When it comes to movies, that's the big boys. That's the major leagues.
Yeah.
Movies and TV are two separate things, and I feel like Zaslav is not dumb. He's a successful guy. We may feel like he's made dumb moves. That's us. But at the end of the day, he's got to do what's right for Warner Brothers and all that. By him putting Gunn in that position, he now entrusts Gunn. It is now Gunn's job to, yes, I want him back. No, I won't. Like, we got to, as much as I wanted Henry Cavill to be Superman, and I was hurt that he is not coming back, I got to trust Gunn. He's never let me wrong.
That's a fact.
It hurts either way. It hurts either way. But to me, I grew up watching Christopher Reeves. That was my first Superman. And then you had Brandon Routh, who wasn't bad.
No.
But to me, my favorite Superman is Henry Cavill.
Facts.
He's my favorite. And he's no longer that. But now I got to trust Gunn. I got to trust Gunn and see what happens.
But we gonna break. But all I'm talking about is, how the fuck is your TV running ass gonna greenlight 8 different fucking spinoffs of 90 Day Fiancé, but talk about Batgirl is unwatchable, David Zaslav? Fuck you, dog. And break. All right, let's move on to November, bro. Like, what I am super annoyed with Wikipedia about is they will put movies in their limited release date, and I'm not finna go look the wide release date because that's what I go off of. But we're gonna start November with a new Robert Zemeckis movie here, reteaming with Tom Hanks, reteaming with Robin Wright, and even the one sheets, the posters that have come out have the same font. Like, they're banking on the Forrest Gump nostalgia like a motherfucker, and I cannot wait to watch this movie. I'm really hyped to watch this. This is another one, just like Saturday Night. I really want to see this, and I feel like I'm not going to be able to watch it until the physical comes out. But this looks great.
That's how I feel. What is it called again? It's like, I know it's
here.
It's different. Like, yeah, it's all takes place in the same place.
I feel like their home, the family home they live in.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
The story covers the events of
of
a
it.
single spot of land and its inhabitants, spanning from the past to well into the future. That's kind of vague.
Yeah, so I mean, it's vague because I remember, I think that the trailer, you have like a caveman walking in that area, and then as time goes on, they build a home.
Did I see that trailer?
Yeah.
Does Tom Hanks play the caveman?
Yeah, I don't know who plays the caveman, but it's like it's back in like when the world was first created, and you see like a caveman walking. Then
I feel like I didn't see that.
It's just green. It's just grass. You see dinosaurs. There's dinosaurs in
Touch
it. And all
grass,
that.
baby.
And it's just this one piece of land, and it goes through time and all that. You have dinosaurs.
I remember like the choppy editing. Yeah.
Then you have the colonial period, and then as time goes on, they build the house.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, this movie shouldn't have taken much to make because it's a fucking spot.
Because it's all in one spot.
Yeah.
I don't see a budget, but yeah, straight. Shit looks so good. Like Zemeckis and Tom Hanks, like haven't missed. Well, Pinocchio.
Yeah, okay.
We'll call Pinocchio a miss.
Yeah.
Also on that date, is this are we talking about November 1st?
First, yeah.
No, wow. The new Clint Eastwood directed movie Juror Number 2, which is 157 minutes long.
Damn.
That feels unnecessary.
100 what?
57 minutes.
2.5 hours.
Nicholas Hoult, Tony
almost,
Collette, Zoe Dutch, Leslie Bibb, Chris Messina, J.K. Simmons, Kiefer Sutherland. I'll watch it. I don't know if I want to sit in a theater and watch it, but I'll watch it.
See, the thing is this now. It's. I hope this is not a slow pace moving movie.
Come on,
Because
bro. Clint Eastwood's like 93.
Yeah,
It's gonna be slow.
Yeah, yeah. I'll watch it.
I'm talking
I'll definitely
reckless.
watch
Like, yeah, like I hope it's good. Clint Eastwood is hit or miss when it comes to directing. Like, let's
True,
keep it
that is
funky.
true.
I like most of his stuff that I've seen.
That is true.
Man, like November 1st is just stacked with good directors. Steve McQueen, is this his follow up to Widows? He got Blitz coming out on Apple TV Plus on the 1st. Saoirse, I don't know how to say her name. Saoirse Ronan.
Ronan.
Harris Dickinson.
Yeah.
Benjamin Clementine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stephen Graham.
I don't know.
A historical drama that kind of turns me off. A defiant young boy goes off on an adventure in London during World War II, only to find himself in immense peril while his distraught mother searches for him. I'll probably pass.
Yes.
Enough said about that then. Jesse Eisenberg is directing A Real Pain with him and Kieran Culkin. I've heard good things.
What is it called?
A Real Pain. I think they play brothers. A Real Pain follows mismatched cousins, David and Benji, who reunite for a tour through Poland to honor their beloved grandmother. The adventure takes a turn when the odd couple's old tensions resurface against the backdrop of their family history. So it's going to be a lot of Yo Mama jokes.
Yep. That'd be interesting.
I feel like Jesse Eisenberg should be a capable director.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can talk about Hit Pig.
Meet Me Next Christmas on Netflix. I'm cool off of that. I'm cool off of Heretic unless you want to talk about it.
Nah, I'm good.
The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. I'm kind of cool off that. I feel like my theater will get that shit, but I don't care. Elevation, Anthony Mackie, Moreno Baccarat. I feel like I saw a trailer for that recently. Hot Frosty, Netflix, Red One. The next movie I'll probably watch because I'm hosting, so I get to navigate. Red One looks stupid, but it looks like some shit I'll watch every December. The Rock, Chris Evans, Lucy Liu, J.K. Simmons playing Santa Claus. It looks silly from the director of the last two Jumanji movies. It was supposed to come out last year, from what I understand, but
yeah, it was.
It looks like good holiday season fun.
I'm interested in it. Like it has Chris Evans, has The Rock, J.K. Simmons is in it, so I'm good. I'll check it out and see what it's for. I mean, it's a Christmas movie, so I'll check it out.
That's November 15th.
Yep.
I don't know what Christmas Eve in Miller's Point is, but Michael Cera's in it. Here we go. November is gonna be a breeze because I'm already on the Friday before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's the 22nd.
I don't know. Like,
22nd is gonna be interesting though. There's two good ones.
You've been around for a minute, so maybe you heard of a movie called Gladiator, directed by Ridley Scott, starring Russell Crowe. Does it ring a bell?
Yeah. I think it was alright. It was
cool. I ain't gonna hold you. I just want to watch this shit to see Denzel cut up and not match the accents and manipulate Paul Mescal to be the new Maximus Decimus Meridius, husband of a fallen wife, father of a fallen son, who will get his vengeance in this day or the next. I don't know if I said that right.
That line, that verse that verse by Russell Crowe right there,
I'll be spitting
fantastic.
too. I'll be spitting too. But yeah,
Right?
this looks really good.
I don't think this movie. I don't think this movie needed to be made.
It
Like
didn't.
no movie needs to be made. But I don't think Gladiator needed a sequel. But
Especially 24 years later.
it's made. I just hope, like, to me, Ridley Scott is a first ballot Hall of Famer director, no doubt. But I feel like in the last 10 to 15 years, the one movie that sticks out to me that I loved was The Martian.
Fact, I was just gonna say that his one banger over that frame of time is The Martian, hands down.
And like, and don't get me wrong, anything that has Ridley Scott's name on, for the most part, I'll check out. It's Ridley Scott.
Yep.
But I think, like, once again, Nick is gonna love these sports analogies. Like any Hall of Fame athlete, there is a time has come to retire.
Is Ridley in his Jordan with the Wizards era?
Yes.
Okay. I agree.
And even Jordan with the Wizards wasn't bad.
He had some Martians.
Yep. Yes, but at the end of the day, though, too, it's like, it's we love you. It's time, bro.
It's like, bro, like, yeah, you're giving us more counselors and all the money in the worlds than you are Martians and Prometheus and Alien Covenants.
Because he did Napoleon,
yeah,
and that did not do.
I'm about to say, I hope Gladiator 2 skews closer to like Prometheus, Alien Covenant, if we lucky, than it does to Napoleon.
See, the thing that worries me about this too is like, it's not going to damage Gladiator, the first one.
No.
Like that's over there.
Yeah.
But
hell yeah.
Like Ghostbusters, Afterlife started kind of this trend, I think, where here's an IP, it had its movies, great. Now you're connecting it in a sense with the original first two Ghostbusters, and this was like X amount of decades later, and it was good. Now all these IPs are trying to do something similar.
I feel like we've been doing that for a minute.
You think so?
I feel like maybe Rocky Balboa, Rambo, Indiana Jones, and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull may have started that trend. Maybe Terminator: Rise of the Machines. I feel like we've been doing that for a long time, dog.
No, I mean, Indiana Jones, you could say was the first one, was a Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But what was the length in between, the third one and that one? Because
about 19 years.
Yeah, but the Top Gun, how long was that? That was.
But that came out before Ghostbusters Afterlife 2, though.
But that's what I'm saying, though, and I feel like that's where people are at. Like,
hell no! Nah. Hey! Hell no! Because Top Gun came out in '86. I came out in '86.
Yeah.
I'm not 40 yet.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
You over 40, homie.
All right. It came out 37 years later.
Ish.
35 plus.
I'll take that.
35 plus ish. So, but then you have a movie like that made $1 billion. Why not Gladiator 2? You know what I mean? Like Top Gun was not a Best Picture winner. Let's make that clear. But you have a Best Picture winner that was fantastic. Like fantastic. It was a masterpiece. And yet now, time goes on. This is 20 plus years later. And you're doing this. So
in Ridley defense, though, he been talking about a Gladiator sequel since the day after the first one came out. He's always wanted to do this. He's been talking about this forever.
Yeah, forever. And I think one iteration, Russell Crowe was supposed to come back, and Russell Crowe was like, "How am I supposed to come back?"
Literally, how? How, Sway?
Yeah. It's like I'm dead. Like my character's done.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to come back? Just.
Yup. My boy looked thrilled.
But I just hope it doesn't have to be Gladiator. Just be half as good. So
straight up.
Just be half as good as the first Gladiator and we're good.
I feel that. Speaking of movies that we don't need, that I feel like kind of might be a cash grab, Wicked. I'm mildly interested, but I feel like this is the movie that weekend that I'm going to bail on because of the runtime. I do not need a 2.5 hour prequel to The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in seeing it because I've always wanted to check out the play, just because of the hype and all this other stuff. I've always wanted to see the play, but I am intrigued just to see what it's about. Like, I know what it's about. It's connected to the Wizard of Oz, and I get all that, but like, just hearing from what the play was and how great that play was. Like I said, a play is a play, a movie's a movie. It's two different adaptations to it, but I want to see. I'm intrigued on seeing it. I'm intrigued on.
I was watching the trailer yesterday before the Wild Robot, and I was kind of curious. Like, are like the Cowardly Lion and the Tin Man gonna be in this motherfucker? Are they gonna reference the what's it called? The little munchkin that like hung himself from the tree in the background in the original.
That's what. Well, from what I heard was this is supposed to be a two-parter.
It is.
Now, if that's true, so I don't know if it is or not, but we'll see.
And it's like, bro, like I haven't even seen Oz the Great and Powerful. Am I gonna be lost? All these different studios got they Wizard of Oz properties, and I don't give a fuck.
Oz the Great Power, that was pretty fun. That was a solid movie. So,
what is? Yeah, because Sam Raimi like doesn't have very many misses either.
He's got another one coming out.
Sam Raimi got a movie coming out?
Yeah.
I was unaware. I don't know what Spellbound is. It's a Netflix animated movie with Rachel Ziegler and Jean Lithgow. So let's hit on an animated movie that I feel like you might disagree, but I feel like this is the last like huge animated release for the year. Moana 2.
Oh, that's gonna be big.
Right? And again,
That's
like we talk about this shit all the time. We not getting original Disney animated movies because y'all motherfuckers don't go and watch them. So Disney greenlights all these fucking sequels. And I feel like it's a little too soon. But like it's still like the first Moana was really good. So I'm definitely watching it.
It was. I feel right now Moana 2 was announced before Inside Out 2 came out.
Was it?
Inside Out 2 made... Yeah, it was like... Inside Out 2 was coming out, but before like it was out in theaters, I'm saying. Moana 2 was announced prior to Inside Out 2 coming out, and now it seems justified because of what Inside Out 2 made.
Man, like... maybe you got different plugs than I do, because... I feel like the live action version of Moana was announced, and I was like blindsided by a Moana sequel announcement. And then,
well, the thing is, what was it? How long has Inside Out 2 been out? Month and a half?
3. Let's give it 3 months.
3 months.
Inside Out 2 was June.
I'm guessing June, right? Okay. I think Moana 2 was announced just as Inside Out 2 was dropping. Like, it wasn't in the $1 billion stratosphere yet, but I want to say it was right after opening weekend. Maybe it's second weekend it was dropped that it was coming up. Because I like the live action one, and even the live action one, I was like, dang, isn't that too soon for a live action one? Because it wasn't even 10 years. I'm like, man, that's pretty soon. So I knew about the live action, but I think it was dropped maybe the week after Inside Out 2 came out, maybe 2 weeks after.
It looks
but it wasn't like much more than that.
Yeah. It looks like a series was in the works, like a Disney Plus Moana show.
Plus series.
And that got flipped into this movie.
Yes. And I think the reason being it's because of how successful Inside Out 2 started off.
That's possible.
So I'm guessing, but at the end of the day, it's going to make... I mean, there are some Disney movies that if you make a school, it's going to make money. Just because, like Frozen 3 is going to be coming out. That's
brand recognition.
Just that's what it is. That's what it... Like, Inside Out was very good. The first one, I never thought Inside Out 2 was going to make $1 billion.
Bro.
Ever.
Nobody went to see Strange World. And nobody... I don't want to say nobody, but the masses, the majority didn't really like Wish. So here we are.
Yeah. And Wish, to me, I think was a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
you've been building up all this, and it was a mishmash of all these other Disney movies instead of just being its own thing.
And it's like motherfuckers want to do this shared universe. Like they could have made Wish into this like melting pot where you like pull all these other Disney characters into the same thing.
Yeah,
because they kept from the creators, from the studio that gave you Snow White, and Frozen, and Cinderella, and Pocahontas, and Sleeping Beauty, and Hercules. Like they could have done something crazy.
But the thing is this: so if you are able to put Easter eggs of all these other Disney movies in this, why not do something associated with those characters?
Yeah,
which is wild. Also, the big Easter egg is towards the end of that. Supposedly, you know what I'm talking about, right? He is.
If you say it, I think I'll have heard of it.
Yeah, he's the guy. So in what is it, Snow White? Mirror, mirror on the wall. That's the guy when he gets sucked into the mirror. He's the one that does that.
Chris Pine.
Because there's a quick flash of that face. Yeah.
I don't think I heard that.
There's a quick flash of that
cool.
face. Yeah. But that's the thing is, so now when you think about it, is this supposed to be on the timeline before Snow White? I mean, Snow White, yeah. It's before Snow White? Like, does this take place before Snow White? Like, that's the thing is, all these Easter eggs have different things of connectivity.
It's just like,
ones, and it's like,
is the witch in Brave Boo from Monsters, Inc.?
Exactly. Or what's the character's name in Toy Story, the kid who blows up the damn dolls?
Sid?
Is he the sound check guy in Coco? Because he's wearing the same shirt and he's a skeleton. So did Sid die and now he's there? Like, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that. Hey, bro, he was playing fast and loose with that trash truck, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So in Coco, there's a skeleton with the Sid shirt.
Oh, now I gotta rewatch Coco.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm saying, like, so what takes place before? That's what I'm saying is like they give you these Easter eggs.
I fully believe in the Pixar theory. I ain't gonna hold you.
So
it annoys the hell out of Nick. I fully believe in the Pixar theory.
What's the theory? What's the theory?
That every Pixar movie is within the same contained universe or whatever.
Oh, I agree.
That it starts with I think it starts with Soul. No, I think it starts with Elemental. But like the Super Carlin brothers on YouTube will every new release like try to like tell you where each movie fits in. But they say it starts with Soul. I say Soul starts in the mid-2000s because that's when the Jamie Foxx character is alive. Because of that Slam cover with LeBron on it in the barbershop, they recreated that shit.
Yeah. And
that was like when the Cavs went to the finals against the Spurs.
Yes.
So I say it starts with whatever I just said, because I've been
Soul.
No, it starts with Elemental, and then the Good Dinosaur's in there, and it goes all the way to Brave, and that's the loop. And it'll tell you the machines and the superhumans and the toys and the talking fish and all this. We getting super off topic, but that's what Rec League do.
Yeah. See, now I gotta check this out.
Dude, it's super interesting. I'm telling you. But I thought Moana came out against Gladiator and Wicked. I guess it comes out Thanksgiving Wednesday. Luca Giadagnino, if I said his name right, his follow-up to Challengers, Queer, with Daniel Craig, I'm assuming is going to get a limited release that Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't even have it on my list.
I'm on Wikipedia. But like that movie, I'm not going to get a chance to watch that shit in 2024. So I'm assuming that's going to be it for November. So are we going to go here? Are we going to go Gladiator? Or maybe even Moana is our most anticipated. I'm going to say here.
Safe bet would be Moana. See, to me, safe bet would be Moana. Because it's Moana, it's a safe bet.
Well, I mean, what movie in November are you looking most forward to?
Yeah, it's Gladiator.
See, I'm gonna go here by the smallest of chin hairs, even though I'm probably not gonna get to see that shit. The movie that I'm gonna be able to watch, Gladiator.
Yeah. Definitely Gladiator. Yeah.
So let's hit December. Let's wrap this shit up. Netflix got a movie called That Christmas that looks animated. I don't know what that is. I think Y2K has Jaden Martell from It, Julian Dennison from Deadpool 2, Rachel Ziegler. Another one that I don't think will come here. Like that first weekend in December, like nothing ever really comes to my theater. Like Night Bitch with Amy Adams. It won't come here.
I feel like December usually has one big movie that comes out like just before Christmas.
Yeah.
Like the beginning of December, you know.
Yeah. It's light. But like Night Bitch sounds interesting just because I feel like Amy Adams like turns into a dog or something. where the film concerns a magical realism style story of a stay-at-home mom who sometimes transforms into a dog. I'm down.
I'm good. Oh
Bow wow wow.
That's funny.
Neither one of us are checking for Tyler Perry. We can skip that. I don't know what the order is. What is Werewolves? I don't know what Werewolves is. The Return. Okay. December the 13th seems to be the first big December weekend. Kraven the Hunter. The next, and I ain't gonna hold you, probably last, Sony's Spider-Man universe release. Cause like, they haven't announced anything after this. And it's like, it looks like it could be promising. But it's like, bro, Sony, bro, like, what are we doing? Like,
I'll be honest with you. I'm going to watch it. The trailer turned me off. Like, when the lion blood went in his eye, I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Is that how he becomes Kraven?
No, Kraven is just Kraven.
No, I'm talking in this movie. Are they trying to spin it? In this
movie, that's a...
Oh, yeah, so like he has to become Kraven, like Spider-Man becomes Spider-Man. Oh, that's stupid. Oh, that's stupid. Fumble on the play.
Knock my iPad off.
Fumble on the play, bro. Rocket damn near putting cock and balls in the podcast.
That's how bad it is.
yo, Rocket want to see Kraven so less. Like he don't want to see Kraven to the point that he threw his phone.
No. Yeah, I don't want to see this. Like I'm gonna watch it, but it doesn't look good.
For the love of the game,
it don't look good. It don't look good.
All right. So also this weekend, what's up?
I'm more excited for the one you're going to mention next for that weekend. That's the one I'm more excited
I don't care about this. The Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim. I saw the trailer. It looks fine. It's just like I am not doing a Middle Earth binge in December when I want to be watching Christmas movies. To be up on this, I'm not watching the Rings of Power on Prime. Like I bailed after like 2 episodes. It's like I respect how fire the Lord of the Rings trilogy is. I really like the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't care. This is probably gonna be that movie that everybody says is really dope, and I'm just like, bro, I just can't find a reason to want to go see it.
See, I'm like I said, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Like that world. So, love the original Lord of the Rings. The Hobbit was okay, but it's put it like this. To me, it's like Star Wars. The Lord of the Rings are the original Star Wars trilogy. The Hobbit is Lord. And I feel like the Rings of Power story that leads to all this other stuff. This is false place, obviously, way before Lord of the Rings, and now it's where does this fit in? Is this before The Hobbit, which I'm guessing, or is it before the Lord of the Rings trilogy after that. I want to know. I'm interested. I'm gonna see it. I'm not big when it comes to this world, like animation. Yeah, like the live action fits better with that. When it comes to Lord of the Rings, live action fits better to me. The animation part is what's making me iffy, but I'm gonna go check it out. Then I'll go check out Craven.
And aren't they talking about doing like Gollum-centric prequels or something?
Yeah, but let's see how this. They have been, but let's see how this goes. Because if this does well,
Warner Brothers trash, bro. They're just trying to milk every fucking franchise.
Also, but if you think about it, Star Wars is Star Wars. Like that IP is Star Wars through and through. Lord of the Rings has its own fans as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to depend on the fandom to see how well this movie does, and then word of mouth.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because, like me, I saw The Crow. I would have rather hung myself by my nuts than watch that movie for 2 hours. But at the end of the day, I love the original's my favorite. I had to watch this because I wanted to see. But that's 2 hours of my life I will never get back. So I mean,
look what they did to my boy. Look how they massacred my boy. Netflix got Carry On coming out that weekend, directed by the dude who directed like Run All Night, Nonstop, the cookie cutter Liam Neeson action movies, and he did House of Wax. I think he did Orphan, and he also did Jungle Cruise. He also did Black Adam. So this is his Black Adam follow up. But like Taron Egerton is in this, but like for my Smart List fans who in like most of this year they be talking about why Jason Bateman like looked like a hobo with the beard and shit. Jason Bateman is gonna be the antagonist in this movie, and like he looks gnarly as hell. I have to imagine. Like, did you see the NBA game where they show him covered in beard?
Yes.
That for this movie.
That's wild because I didn't even recognize him until they put his name. Yeah. I didn't know who that was until they put his name up on the caption, like on the TV screen.
Yeah. I'm assuming he gonna be like some kind of villain. I don't want to get like YouTube flagged for using a word. And
Jason Bateman is. I think Jason Bateman is one of those where, like, you know, what show was he was on? Like Arrested Development. That's what it was. He was on for like. After that, he like disappeared for a little bit. Like he just not disappeared. He was just quiet. He was quiet. Like to me, he was quiet for a little bit. He would show up on certain shows here and there, but like nothing big.
He was kind of.
I feel like
he was kind of rocking with Vince Vaughn a lot that decade too.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But like he was doing like things here and there sporadically. I feel like one movie he's in that's very underrated, Game Night.
Facts.
Game Night, when that came out, he was back on the map, and he's been. You know what I mean? Like that's what put him back because then he did Ozark.
I'm about to say, homie, there's a little show called Ozark that you might not be familiar with. No,
like Ozark, he was fantastic in.
Oh yeah,
that show pissed me off every time he was quite getting him out of trouble. His wife put him back in.
Yep.
It's like, oh,
Ozark was really good.
Like, so like anything Bateman's in, he was in Air. Fantastic in Air.
Hell yeah.
Anything he's in, I'm down. I'm down to check out.
Yeah, I'm a Jason Bateman fan.
Yeah.
Are we gonna move on to the weekend before Christmas? Yeah, the weekend of December the 20th. We got Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Yeah.
It's like the reputation of video game movies is not the best. But
no.
I'd be lying if I didn't say that Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2 are kind of some of the best video game movies out there. Like, they're not good per se, but they're not bad. So like I'll see 3.
See, the thing is this, a video game movie ain't gonna be a best picture winner.
Ever.
I'm not saying it has to be that. It just has to be entertaining. Because what is a video game? It's
Yup.
entertainment. You play video games to entertain yourself. It's entertaining.
Oh yeah.
That's all. That's all the movies have to be. And the first two Sonic movies are fantastic. They're entertaining. They're fun watches.
Okay.
They're fun watches.
Agreed. And it's like Jim Carrey, like all but officially retired, and
Yeah.
unretired or came
this.
out of retirement just for Sonic 3.
Yeah.
As goofy as it looks.
Like, there's a difference between, and like I said, TV is TV, movie is movie. But there is a difference between Sonic franchise and then you have The Last of Us. Have you seen The Last of Us yet, Randy?
Not yet. I'll probably watch it right before 2 comes out.
Oh, man,
But I said that for House of the Dragon and never did it.
I'll tell you this right now. My wife would catch me glimpses of playing the first game and the second, like Last of Us 1 and 2.
Yeah.
She would catch glimpses of me playing the game that really did not know much about it. She just knew it was a video game. And, man, she was crying in the show. She was, like,
Locked in.
Like, yeah. Have you played any of the games?
I have not.
But you've seen clips of the games and all that, right?
Probably. I mean, to me, as a non-gamer, it looks like HBO just like found a franchise that is their own version of Walking Dead. I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. I will say this. All fair, once we're done, look up this YouTuber, a ton, like he's video games. He does step by step, like he's played the games of The Last of Us and the second part. I advise you to watch him just play it through, like the playthrough on both games. And there is context. Because I've seen other YouTubers do it, but I think he brings the best context to it. I mean, he's fun to watch, he's funny, but by watching the game from beginning to end being played, you'll have a better understanding and better feel for what the show is.
Ooh. Doing it well.
So, like I said, my wife had she knew it was video games. It was based on a video game, and she got sucked in. But I think if you've played the games, you'll know it'll suck you in even more.
You made her watch a YouTube tutorial?
No, hell no, I didn't do that. But
all right, now here we go. We referenced this movie earlier. Also coming out, I don't know if this is the best. Like Mufasa, the Lion King, the prequel to the 2019 Lion King, comes out against Sonic. I don't know if that's the best release date for that shit. I feel like I'm gonna watch it, but I feel like this movie's gonna bomb.
I agree with you. Like, I don't know if it's gonna bomb, but there's something that bothers me about this. So,
it's a cash grab.
I think that, but also the animated Lion King, Mufasa and Scar are brothers. So be it. Whatever.
Are they blood brothers?
But that's the thing.
I put this shit in the group chat and y'all act like I was tripping that I didn't know Scar was adopted. Or at least Eric did.
No. Scar is not the adopted one. It's Mufasa who's adopted. Mufasa is the adopted one.
And he got the throne?
That's
oh, bro, I might have to be Team Scar now. What the hell?
Right. So basically, that's what throws me off. Because remember, in the animated movie, in the animated Lion King,
based on Hamlet,
Jeremy Irons says, yep, he had the brawn. He had the brains, but Mufasa had the brawn. So you're thinking they were born together. He was just born scrawny, just smart. Where Mufasa was bigger. He's smart, but not as smart as Scar, or devious as Scar. But he has brains, but he also has the brawn.
Yeah.
Where Mufasa's an outcast, like not an outcast. He got lost. He lost his pride.
Mufasa.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, hold up here. That's why I'm like, I don't like. It kind of bothered. Like, I'm gonna watch it, but it kind of bothered me because I'm over here thinking you have material already that was made precedent that they are brothers. Okay, great. Now in the live action, Mufasa like he got lost from his separated from his pride. He got lost, but yet they took him in because even in the trailer, I think Scar's mom says we don't take outsiders, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not an outsider. I'm just lost."
Yeah.
So Mufasa was the one that supposedly got adopted into the family. So I'm like, what? So that's kind of that kind of bothered me. Like, yes, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna play now, knowing what the Lion King was.
It's like, why? Like, what? Never. We gonna get on a whole nother 20 minutes of me bitching about some shit that they retconned. I don't know what the Brutalist is. I don't know what Homestead is. Christmas Day. Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see, what was it? I didn't see The Lighthouse. I didn't see The Witch. I saw The Northman, and I wasn't feeling it. Along with Everything Everywhere All at Once, Film Snobs About to Cut My Head Off, the two most overrated movies of that year, 2022.
Which one? Which one were they?
The Northman. If I don't like Nosferatu, I'm going to just say Robert Eggers is overrated, and he's not for me.
I will say this. What's the saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Right?
Fool me once, you can't be fooled again.
That's
for my J. Cole fans out there. for my J. Cole fans out there.
I saw the Witch. Right? And I'm like, what did I just see? After seeing The Witch.
Made a star out of Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yep. But I'm like,
yoink.
Eventually down the line, I'm going to rewatch that movie again. But I was like, what the hell did I just see? Right? So then Robert Eggers comes out with The Lighthouse. And I'm like, I wasn't a real fan of The Witch, but maybe it was just me. Like, I didn't understand it, or maybe it was just me on that day that my mom was in it, whatever.
Yeah.
So The Lighthouse, William Dafoe, the acting, fantastic. Dafoe and Pattinson, fantastic. But even after that movie, I'm like, what the hell did I just watch? So I'm like, and people are raving about these two movies. There's people that love both, whatever, and people that did not like The Witch said The Lighthouse was a lot better. So I'm like, that's why I gave The Lighthouse a chance. And I'm like, all right, I'm 0 for 2. For me personally, I'm 0 for 2 on Robert Eggers.
I believe
I'm
it.
not like, maybe it's just an acquired taste.
Yeah.
The Northman came out, and I will say this: out of those three, I love The Northman, and I liked it because I could understand it, I could follow it, and from the other two, just made more sense. Yes, it's a little out there, but it wasn't as out there as the other two. So I feel like I enjoyed The Northman. Out of the three, The Northman is the one I like the most.
Is it because even though you didn't like those first two, you went into The Northman understanding his style?
A little bit more. Like, I'll be honest with you, with The Northman, I thought it was like, this is going to be wild and trippy again, and it wasn't. It was actually more how he held the reins back. He held the reins back.
See,
even though there was a trippy scene, he kind of held it back, and I'm like, okay.
What I'm talking about, Nosferatu, he is fucking with some pre-existing content.
Mm-hmm.
So like that kind of gives me hope that I might like it. And isn't there like
different versions of Nosferatu?
Isn't there a movie like based on like the making of Nosferatu that Willem Dafoe is in?
Might be. You know what? Might be, because the Nosferatu I have is like the original version that was on Kino Lorber, like with Max. What's his name? Max Schreger or Schreller or whatever. He's like the original Nosferatu,
Shit, I don't
1920,
know.
like when they made the movie. It's a silent film.
Shit, I don't know how.
So they had like Kino Lorber put on put the silent film version on. So that's the version I have. But then you have all different versions of Nosferatu.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking this Shadow of the Vampire.
I think that's with William Dafoe.
Yeah,
and I think he plays a version of Nosferatu.
Yeah, German director F.W.
I think
Murnau is shooting Nosferatu.
Yeah, Murnau. Bratu. That's the making of it.
Okay.
Like it's a movie within the movie.
That's dope.
Yeah.
It seems like how we was talking about Michael B. Jordan and Coogler. Like Willem Dafoe might be Edgar's guy. He's been in. I don't know if he was in The Witch, but he's been in everything else.
He was in Lighthouse. He's in this. I don't think he was in The Northman. I don't think he was in The Northman.
He was in The Northman. Cause when he is sitting there in the hookah lounge or whatever the fuck, he like.
Oh, that's yes.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
He was in The Witch though.
Witch.
Huh?
He wasn't in.
He wasn't in The Witch. Okay.
No.
So maybe he doesn't qualify.
It's still the 3 out of the 4. That's pretty damn good.
Hell yeah.
Because he started with them in the Lighthouse. You know what I mean? And ever since then, he's been in The Northman and now this. So,
bro, A24 got a lot of releases this quarter, and I don't like it. I'm not an A24 hater, but their fans be doing the most. Like
I feel like A24 the studio, they have some good movies that I like, and then they have some movies that they're just not for me. Like it's
super
it's
mid.
Like I said, it's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, or too much for me.
Let me see it. Films are okay. So yeah, like I'm assuming my theater will get Nosferatu, but the movie that all December I might be the most hyped for is A Complete Unknown. James Mangold taking his second crack at a musician biopic with Timothée Chalamet playing what's his fucking name? Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
I feel like James Mangold, for all the good shit he's given us, is just so underrated as a director.
He is very underrated. Very underrated. And the thing is this, like, I know when he did now why am I blanking? Like Logan was Logan.
I thought you was gonna say Walk the Line.
Forget about like comic book movie ever.
Bro.
I think it's one of the best movies ever.
Period.
Logan. Period.
But it's like, dog, like
comic book, Logan.
His weakest movie might be Kate and Leopold. And it's like, that shit ain't even bad. Because Copland,
no,
Girl Interrupted, Kate and Leopold, Identity, massively underrated. I'll die on that hill. Walk the Line.
Yep.
310 to Yuma, another super underrated remake. The Wolverine.
A fun movie. Tom Cruise. Night and Day.
I skipped over that one. That's probably his weakest movie. But it's still fun. The Wolverine, Logan,
remember,
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
And the thing is, his last movie was Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, and like people gave, I don't want to say hate, but the thing is, you had to, Indiana Jones should have ended with its original trilogy, just be done.
Facts.
Just would have done.
Facts.
They did Crystal Skull, all right. This is better than Crystal Skull, but when you compare it to what the first 3 were,
it still doesn't measure up.
The thing is exactly.
It's good, and but it just doesn't measure up. You gotta give him a discount because it's like, bro, like James Mangold's not gonna be Spielberg. He's just not gonna be Spielberg.
No. And that's the thing is when it came to like Raiders, that's, you know what I mean. Spielberg did Raiders. You know, he did Temple of Doom.
Last Crusade.
He did the first 3. Spielberg did the first 3.
And it was like prime Spielberg. Like
Spielberg. And that's what I'm saying. Spielberg is Spielberg.
Never mind. Yeah,
he's somewhere else.
I was just about to say, like, what are we gonna say with Spielberg's prime? Like Jaws, the Jurassic Park, but it's like, bro, like Spielberg's prime started in Jaws, Sugarland Express, if you feeling funky, and it's not done yet.
No, his first movie was made to TV.
Duel.
And I saw the movie a couple years back. I got it. And I'm like, that's a made-for-TV movie about a guy in a truck. Like, that movie's suspenseful, and that's made for TV.
Bro, yeah. He made Joyride 2001, made for TV in the 70s, and hasn't let his foot off the gas.
Bro, and then it was Jaws, Jaboom, E.T., Close Encounters of... I mean, like, it was one right after another and another. And then... there's a movie, it's one of my favorite movies, Ready Player One.
Oh, man. That's why you my dog. That's why you my dog. That's top 10 Spielberg to me.
Good.
I'm probably in the minority, but
like,
Ready Player One is top 10 Spielberg to me.
It is. And to me it is too, because it's like, if you didn't know any better, like, you would think, that's what I'm saying, Spielberg, that genre. He's done so many different things. He could do comedy, thriller. He could do whatever you want, and he'll just do. It's just crazy.
Ready Player One.
Crazy. So
yeah,
I mean, but James Mangold, yeah, I mean, like I said, he's not Spielberg, but like Dial of Destiny, he got a little hit, but like, oh, this is not the first three.
Yeah.
That's like from, like, God made the first three.
Stop.
Now the other two is just the other two.
That's
pretty much it.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, if Crystal Skull, Dial of Destiny never happened, Indiana Jones is a perfect trilogy.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you gotta give James Mangold a little bit of a credit for making an Indiana Jones sequel as good as he did. 5th movie in the franchise. Harrison Ford in his 80s. Yep. They introduced fucking time travel into that bitch.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It's as good as it was gonna be. And I feel when it comes to James Mangold, I feel like a lot of motherfuckers like, yo, he did Walk the Line. Like, that movie, like, we was just talking about Joker. Like, everybody want to talk about Joaquin Phoenix came into his own with fucking Her and Joker and these recent movies. No, bro.
Nah.
Signs, The Village, Walk the Line. Directed by James Mangold. Like,
also, Mangold did Ford v Ferrari.
He did, man. I forgot about that shit. Ford versus Ferrari is amazing.
Like you said, you hit it on the head. He is so underrated. So underrated. It's just that he's not that sexy name.
Exactly.
When James Mangold pulls out a movie, I'm like, okay.
Like we was talking about earlier,
I don't care what it is.
He's attached to the Swamp Thing movie. But so I got one more movie to talk about after, maybe two. But James Mangold, at the very least, is about to get Timothée Chalamet a Best Actor nomination. Also, bro, like, just like Blink Twice, my theater currently has a big ass banner hanging up for The Fire Inside, the Clarissa Shields boxing biopic. They won't get this movie. I will not be watching this shit on Christmas Day.
That's terrible.
Straight up. I'm not a big boxing watcher, but I love some boxing movies. My favorite sports movies are boxing movies.
Same.
So I'm down to watch this movie whenever I get to see it. Again, A24. I don't know what Baby Girl is, but Nicole Kidman's in it, Harris Dickinson is in it, Antonio Banderas is in it, and it's an A24 release. Helena Rain, like, that name looks familiar.
Also, side note, going back a little bit, talk about James Mangold. He is linked to a Star Wars, I don't know if it's a movie or show or whatever, called Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi. He's linked. So I'm intrigued about that.
oh, this is her follow up for Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. But I don't.
What'd you think of that movie?
In the grand scheme of things, it's overrated, but it's a solid slasher. Like the tweaks that they made to the traditional slasher movie, I'm not mad at it. Oh, this is the movie where Nicole Kidman is like this CEO that gets involved with an employee. Okay.
Interesting.
Again, another movie that won't be in my theater, but I'm interested to watch. So, again, like I think we said at the top, December looks kind of underwhelming. So, most anticipated December, God strike me down if I say it's Craven. I'm going to say a complete unknown.
Complete unknown for you?
Yeah.
For me, like the thing is this is Bob Dylan's from Minnesota, so you would think I'd be like, yeah. And I like Timothy Chalamet, I do.
But you're not from Minnesota.
No, I'm not. So at the end of the day, to me though, like you said, it's a little underwhelming. And my choice is probably gonna be, but it's gonna be the Lord of the Rings one because, like I said, that's what I'm into. That's what I'm looking forward to in a sense. Even though it's animated,
that's what I expected.
Where they fall in, but like, I thought at the time Mufasa, yeah, I'm gonna. But then when I saw that the storyline they were going with, I'm like, what? He was adopted? Bro. What? So Mufasa was adopted into Scar's family.
And got the throne. Like how? How sway?
That's what I want to know.
How sway? Alright. And again, another thing that didn't get acknowledged in the group chat, and I'm gonna say this shit right now, because I'm gonna give Nick and Eric a pop quiz. I'm gonna make New Girl the official sitcom of the Rec League podcast. First of all, because I believe in from my point of view, from my taste, it's a top 10 sitcom of all time. It's fucking hilarious. Secondly, Nick is a huge Taylor Swift fan. Taylor Swift is in season 2. You are in Minnesota. Eric is a huge Prince fan. Prince is in like an episode in like season 4. The show appeals to all of us.
True.
So I'm gonna pop quiz them motherfuckers next time they on to see if they run these episodes back. And I know they don't. But that was a little mini tangent. Drop a comment, whether you watching, whether you listening. Let us know what movies you are looking forward to for the rest of the year, October, November, December, because I'm interested in what y'all interested in. We'll be back in 2 weeks, October. Some horror thematic discussion. Possibly just me and the the Rocket Man. Hopefully we got a full 4-guy panel, but Chicago need to get on their shit and help out my boy E-Sig. I'll be back. I will put words into a sequence that shall rhyme, and it will be amazing. And that's it for this episode, bro. It's Rec League. Yo, out here making moves, yes, I recognize they hate me. They can't unlock or achieve my level. I'm the fucking boss, baby. Cookies to the closers and noogies to the posers who got no toasters or chauffeurs. They want it cause they seen it. Them motherfuckers is gophers. Clout chasers get hit with a no sir, we don't fucking know her. I'm chilling in a Pacers robe and some loafers, making fun of all you ogres. Everybody's the hero of their own story, bro. Doing foul shit and not owning it is kinda corny though. But we matching energy. We evolving. We lose friends cause we don't admit we was wrong and start problem solving. Man, I'm ashamed to even be associated with the same name. Can't wait to hear about the kids' voluntary participation in an interracial gangbang. All of the energy you putting out will boomerang to you, trust me. So you should soon expect words coming at you like foreclosure and bankruptcy. It's lovely and chill Until the next episode.